plant.
Well, we definitely need a docking pod because we can't take ships there.
Well, you don't have an airlock. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. We need something like a docking pod.
Yeah, you've got like an airlock elevator.
Because we're pirates, we can't have a ship where we can't be pirates. You know?
Now you could probably install an airlock, but again, that's going to eat into your cargo space.
No,
Yeah.
I mean some type of docking pod that we could put in the cargo.
Well, just get like ropes, or like a jetpack or something where you could just fly across.
Rocket-powered grappling hooks.
Yeah.
Like the old pirate ships used to have. You hook the other ship and drag it to you.
If you look in the bottom of like optional upgrades, there is something called a turret line gun.
Yeah, you told us about that one.
And that's basically
You're talking about that thing you fire at the ship and you like repel it on the wire?
Yeah. It's like a grappling hook.
Yeah, I got it. I've seen those on some space movies.
Exactly. Welcome to Traveler. Space movie.
You won't
Okay.
take any tonnage, it would be easy to use. What?
Trying to get my windows all in the right places so that I can see what I'm doing.
We had our real big space moment last time when they were jumping back and forth through space.
Huh?
So we're still heading toward
Trying to hit open doors.
Oh yeah.
Where were we located? Was it Akron? Or where were we located?
If you look on the map right there, I've got an icon that says "You are here."
Oh yeah, Paul. Yeah, we still haven't left Paul.
Yeah, you were on the way out, and you encountered a ship and thought it would be cool to pull them over and inspect their cargo, which they were carrying freight to Paul, and
It was by far the weirdest interaction we've ever had with somebody on another ship.
piloted by idiots. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Okay, let me get to... I'm still opening Windows. I restarted my computer because I was wanting to make sure that there was no, like, lingering problems. Because sometimes I do a lot of video rendering and editing, and then there's always something left over. You know, it's like... For some reason, it doesn't like clear out, but when I restart, it's all fresh. Okay, where am I at? I'm looking for Reach Adventures, The Shadows of Sindal. That's the music you're hearing. I don't know if you're hearing it, but you can always lower the volume in Roll20 if it's too loud.
So when we get to Drinax, though, we should get that wire gun. We want to board it.
That's if they have it.
They should have it. It's tech level A.
But they're not really a manufacturing. They're basically a floating city, and that's all. They have a lot of high-tech stuff there, but it's limited. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, there we could communicate and see where we should
The vault. Right, okay, you finished that part of it. And... Okay, just a real quick recap for me and for you. You have a damaged Sindalian combat robot in the cargo hold, if I remember right. You're going to try to get it repaired. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct.
Okay. You also have a couple of air tanks that were found in the abandoned city of Gormont, and you have that in one of your cold berths because it's airtight, you know, and you kept it in there kind of like as a precaution. And
Gold and silver.
you stopped a ship called the Cash Cow. Am I right? Let me make sure that was the one you
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah. Their cargo was worthless.
Well, it was freight, right? It's worthless, but it's like personal baggage.
They were also really dumb.
Twin sisters Elizabeth and Una, the engineer Varys, and somebody else on the bridge, right? Right, and they said that if they found any pirates, they would send word to Drinax to let you know, so that maybe you could deal with that as a local authority. You linked up with a movement on the planet. You attended one of the rallies. It was okay. I'm using my mouse wheel instead of the up arrow. Okay.
Also,
The gay high movement, or the gray high, because it's GRE, not gay. Okay, it's the gray high movement. They support a prince, Richter Greyhigh. He wants to free the world, or numbers of worlds, because he has this movement on a number of different worlds. Try to get rid of the Aslan refugees. Or I should say illegal aliens. Get them, deport them back to their home country. And a lot of not, I'm not going to say a lot, but there's a number of people that agree with him, and you became friends with them. They helped you transport some of the gold and silver to your ship, if I remember right.
Yes.
You traded the manufacturing facilities to be able to acquire that, and that earned you some favor with the Greyhigh movement, where they told you that they've got outposts on a variety of different planets, and told you what the secret handshake was, so that you could, if you find another enclave of the Greyhigh movement, you could let them know that you're a friend.
I believe we gave them some contact information, so if they needed help on any plan.
That's right. Yeah, it was an exchange. Yeah, exactly. And they will send word to you by if they can figure it out. Plus, they said they would send message to the prince, letting them know that you're on board, basically, if I remember right.
You know what we should have done? We should have had them send like an ambassador to Drinax so they can communicate.
That was
Yeah,
part of it.
Yeah.
They were going to suggest to the prince that King Oleb may have something in common and see if there could be talks. But we were going through a very small time manager, so they couldn't like promise an alliance or anything.
Exactly. And that's basically where you're at. You're basically on your way out, and you were going to jump to Porn, right? Refuel the gas giant, and then jump on to Drinax.
No, I thought we were going to Hilford first to check them out.
Did you want to do that?
I think we.
That's going to add. It's going to add an extra week.
Oh yeah, we wanted to do some diplomacy in Hilfer. Try to get better relations.
There's a good chance that as soon as you jump in, they start shooting at you.
That's right. We
we weren't
checked
going to go there
the
because
ship.
we were going to get shot.
Yeah, we checked the ship's library and what we read about the planet. We made some assumptions, and we were going to talk to King Oleb about furthering diplomacy with them.
That's
and
right.
what he would need from us to do that. I think we make for Drinax post haste, and I think our next target should actually be Spurl.
Okay, before we go anywhere, I should have a map, and I put it on a map so that I could adjust it. Okay, everything switched back to original. Hold on. Damn roll 20.
Yeah.
Beta features. Turn that back on. Okay, my roll 20 is reloading. Dark mode. Turn that back on. Somehow all this got turned off. All right. No worries. Okay, so let me go back to my maps. Perfect. There we go. Charts. I'm going to let you guys in on something because I think you've deserved to know. This is because it's a map and it's not a handout. You don't have access to it unless I drag you to it. So you can't like check it all the time. But if you find the world Hilfer in the Hiawatha subsector, you see that it starts out at hostile, and if you look over on the right, there should be a little chart that says, what does hostile mean? There is haven, friendly, tolerant, neutral, suspicious, unfriendly, and hostiles off the chart. Doesn't have a description. But it basically says the unfriendly ports do not tolerate pirates. The pirate ship will be fired upon as soon as it arrives at a hostile port. The travelers' faces are all unwanted holograms throughout the starport. The sensor profile of their ship is logged with every listening post and system defense boat in the system.
Which, according to the fighting strength, is a lot.
Right. The fighting strength is what, a 2? So,
yeah. But it could be a lot of pirates, and that would be a problem.
A few armed trade ships, maybe a third-hand close escort, or a bad tech-shifted knockoff of an old Sindalan cruiser, or a lot of pirates. It's the average backwater in the Reach. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't have like a huge amount, and plus you could kind of. I'm just saying it would be better to get King Oleb to maybe send a neutral party there.
Word.
And I think that's what the agreement, or that's what your ideas were. I'm not trying to pressure you, but I think that's what I think you guys all agreed upon.
Well, we could be a neutral party, right?
You
We did,
can't,
in fact, agree upon that.
because they know your ship. They're not okay. They're not far from Drinax. If they have spies, which I'm going to say 100% they have spies, because for them to have spies, the die roll was 2 or better on 2 dice. So that guarantees that's 100%. There's going to be spies. So they know, they've heard of or seen, taken photos of your ship and the crew as you boarded or disembarked your ship, what upgrades you've made and stuff like that. I'm sure there's someone taking photos or video of you and sending it back to their home world. So if you ever were to go there, it would be pretty obvious, because this is a unique design of a ship. The ship is not unusual. I mean, it's not normal. It's not like a far trader or something like that.
If only we would have a spy that could intercept these, photographs or something.
Well, I didn't want to say anything like that. No, that's fine.
I
I'm
don't know
a
anybody
spy,
that
not
can
a
do that.
hacker. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're not you could hire somebody to be security, but that's not really a
Well, I'm
thing.
saying all the talks to them, and they make decision saying they could, have us go there and not be fired upon. Make a plan.
They could send like a message ahead of time.
You say we're sending this ship.
Yeah, that's entirely 100% possible. Absolutely. Okay, so you guys are getting ready to make a jump, right? We're going to jump you out of system. And the destination is the Porn gas giant. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So the engineer will have to make that jump roll, but we need a navigator to plot a destination.
Yeah, that's me. Hold on. I'll roll the astrogation.
Right, it's astrogation, absolutely. Target number is super low. I think it's a 4. Oh yeah, there you go. So the engineer gets a +10 on his die roll. He passes. If I roll snake eyes, he makes it. So you guys make the jump. You can add a week to your training.
What's Porn's situation, man?
It's kind of neutral. They're kind of, they're the ones that have, wait, I don't think you guys ever really landed on Porn, right?
Since we're trying to get audience planning.
Right. So let me give you the word on that then. Let me scroll up to all the worlds. Wait, what? Hold on. A cruise on the Drinax chain. Okay, there we go. Oh, I can click it.
I think Olive wouldn't mind if we made a trade agreement or a plan to get him in his sector. I don't think he'll have a problem with it.
Porn is a hostile environment world where humans cannot survive outside their sealed cities. They have developed a very strict set of maintenance codes, and this paranoid attitude to survive has spilled over into areas such as customs, inspections, and bureaucracy. Importing anything into Porn cities means running a gauntlet of nitpicking inspections of both paperwork and the cargo. Although regulations are a little less draconian for vessels merely trading cargo at the starport. The port itself is well protected by orbital defense installations and a large flotilla of well-armed craft. These are primarily customs inspection forces, but represent a significant naval presence by the standards of the region. Piracy close to Porn itself is made even more hazardous by the frequent visits of Jump 3 freighters on the Imperial Herret Run. These are well armed, and while they're not unduly concerned themselves with protecting local traffic, their captains are well aware that blasting a pirate from time to time enhances the safety and stability of the area. Jump 2 ships transiting along the Drinax chain often bypass Porn and its invasive customs force, so most encounters will be either Jump 1 vessels or those that have business on Porn itself. Imperial and Oslan goods are available at the starport, making visit worthy the trouble, but reckoning of some local free trader skippers, however, the general rule is that if you do not need to go to Porn, it is better to bypass it and get what you want in a less bureaucracy-infested marketplace.
Do we know who's in control of that system? Is there a noble or who's in control of it?
Being that it's a bureaucracy, it's probably a very large government. Like most people that live on the planet are part of the government. But here, let's take a look, because I might have a Porn pop-up.
There are a lot of Porn pop-ups, but you're not supposed to click on them.
That's right. Civil service bureaucracy is the type of government. It has a corrosive atmosphere. It has a good starport, and the tech level is 10, and the law level is pretty high, but not like super high. Culture. They're very friendly, apparently.
So, guys, you want to talk to their government and see if we can get them in Olaf's circle?
Well, that's up to you guys to decide if you're going to jump to the gas giant or if you're jumping to the world. Because if you jump to the gas giant, it'll take another few hours to fly into the world.
What you got and what you want to do, guys? Because our whole mission is to get all these planets under Olaf's control, right?
Yes. But I don't think we really have a reason to go here right now, or anything to really gain. We're really just refueling.
No, I mean, we could...
you can always come back.
We can make agreements with the governments of these planets through Olaf.
Yeah, but, like, off of what?
For Olaf.
But, I mean, we don't have any ideas for Porn yet. And being right next to Drinax, Oleb probably has something in the works.
One very easy way to influence the government is through donations.
Yeah, I was going to say money.
Yeah.
They might need stuff that we have.
So if you've got money or something they need, you could give it to them. Not trade. Grant, give, donate. And usually that takes millions of credits to move the what do you call it? Move the
needle.
needle. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. There is a overall not a chart, but like a give me a second. Building alliances. Okay.
Yeah, that's our whole mission, right? Take over the sector. A consistent trade agreement is better than buying and selling off trade ships.
Okay.
Just saying.
Boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Okay, you got havens friendly, tolerant, neutral, suspicious, unfriendly, and then hostile. Starting level, upgrading ports. Okay, you can alter the port towards you by making contacts and completing missions, spending money on the port on improvements, upgrades, repairs, or bribes, donating captured ships and equipment, and the list goes on.
All right, let's go and talk to Olaf and see what he wants to do. We'll just go back.
Yeah,
we're definitely going to need to coordinate any sort of diplomatic mission before we start it.
He might have some for us, so let's find out.
That's also true. He wants to hear what was in his treasure vault.
Yeah, we got the gold and silver, and we'll give him his part of it. Unless we want to keep it for ourselves. Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty hard to secretly unload a ton of gold. Or half a ton.
He's also getting, we gave those guys those materials, right? Was that for free or?
Exchange. Yeah.
I forgot what the exchange was for.
Boop, 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 boop. Gonna go speak to Oleb. Okay, so you're jumping to the gas giant, which you did. You've already made your roll. You're at the gas giant, and it's time to refuel from the gas giant. I don't know. It's a pilot. It's going to be piloting roles, and I think I have a little gas giant refueling. If you don't mind taking an incredible amount of time, you can just stay in the extreme shallows.
Or shallow.
Or you could go deeper and go down into the shallows, which will speed up the time.
Think you can handle the shallow pilot?
I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see this, Tomlin. The below the little gas giant depth bands.
Yeah.
Okay. Piloting skill roll is normally an 8. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's right. And
yeah, it's only -1 in the shallows.
And it's a -1 in the shallows. But you have to transition from one depth to the next. and you start at Wisp. Crossing from one layer to another, up or down, requires a piloting check. I don't know.
We're going in.
Okay. All right. So you're now in the extreme shallow. It's going to take 10 times as long as the deep zone. Everybody refuels in the deep, but sometimes not. It just depends on how risk averse you are. But you're now in the extreme shallow. Do you want to go deeper into the shallow?
Yeah, I already tried.
Okay.
Didn't work out.
Pretty bad there, didn't it?
So that's a failure. Success indicates the ship has successfully crossed the new layer without much more than some buffeting. In the event of failure, the ship fails to cross the layer and is bounced back with a considerable violence. A second pilot check of 10 and subject to the -1. So you're looking for an 11. Oh, no. For the layer you're currently in. So you're only looking for a 10 to avoid damage.
Come on, pilot. Yeah, that's it.
Let's try that again.
Well,
14.
Well, you have to try it again. Okay, so you bounced back into the extreme shallow with no damage. So now, if you want to go down to shallow, you can try again. This is
Can I take my time?
This is with -1, and yes, you can. So you can just go with a +1 instead of a -1.
Come on, Tommy. You can do it.
You must have
Oh,
typed. You must have hit a plus.
I did.
Just put a 1. You got it. All right, there you go. You're in the shallow. Now, from the shallow, it will take half the normal rate. So basically, it'll take double the time. Do you want to go to the deep?
No, Captain, you want me to go lower?
No, shallow is good.
Can you go lower?
We don't have to go.
Yes.
It'll be a -2, but if you take your time, it'll be 0.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're good in the shallow. Oh, all right.
Okay, you're deep right now. This is at normal rate. Okay.
I wouldn't go any deeper, Skip, until we get the hull fixed.
Yeah, Tommy is a daredevil there. Going for the deep.
Universe's best pilot.
And I throw a finger gun back towards Faustus and go, you know it.
All right, let's fuel
All right, so go ahead and give me a 2d6 roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 2d6.
Okay. I should probably put that rule in the little notes there so I don't have to look into a second place. Okay. So you're perfectly fine. You're refueled. Now you have to go from the deep to the shallow.
No problem.
If you take your time, you will lose power and plummet into the abysmal depths.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So you need to roll a -2.
-2.
It's always the worst minus. Okay. Yeah, so you make it to the shallow. Now from the shallow, you need to go to extreme shallow.
Nice roll.
But you're allowed to take your time again, so it's back to +1.
Well, wish I could freaking pass my study periods. I did it again.
It's okay. Okay, 8 makes it. No problem. You're in extreme shallow. Now, going from extreme shallow to the mist or the wisp, and then you're out, basically, is just a straight piloting roll +2.
I almost did it again.
There you go. You're out. You're refueled and you're out.
Ones today.
And you, even though you hit a big turbulent spot and you bounced off one of the layers, you, through quick thinking and riding the waves of the wind, you were able to prevent any additional damage to the ship. Yeah. And so now you are out and refueled.
You're getting those ones because you were supposed to play a halfling.
See, that was not an option.
So now from porn, you want to make the final jump to Drinax. And
yeah, I'm going to roll astrogation.
You got to roll an astrogation check. Exactly.
I got it.
Okay.
Ouch.
So that's okay. So the engineer will still get a +2.
Snake eyes.
I rolled snake eyes? Wow, that's
Okay, he's good. So you guys make your jump. That's another week of learning, right? So you got 2 weeks. 2 weeks of learning.
Oh, something we had ended on last time. We had an experience point
That's
from
That's right.
from the vault.
Yeah,
I believe you were going to tell us some more about it, and you said, I'll tell you next time.
No, I didn't. I said you guys were going to spend it, and everybody spent it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody spent their points, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I did.
Yep.
Did we? Okay.
I just need to start spending money every time we stop because I'm trying to increase my.
Yes, I said I was going to let Tomlin know about the social standing, how much, because he wants to raise his social standing, so he has to start living like he's got money.
Okay.
How many
My notes
weeks-
got jumbled near the end.
Right, guys. How many weeks do I need to go from level 2 to level 3?
What do you mean level? What do you mean
I
weeks?
got medic 2 and I want to go to medic 3. How many weeks?
Yeah, I think it's the level you're going to times 8.
Yes.
So 3
Yeah,
times
'cause
8 would be
27.
8 weeks. It's 8 weeks to a period.
No, 20. Did I do my math right? 24.
It's 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right.
8 weeks to a period. So, and each period is can increase your skill by 1. So that would mean that if you're going from a 2 to a 3, that would be 3 periods.
What are periods?
A period is 8 weeks.
All right.
And every period you have to pass an education check. I have failed every one.
And if you fail, it restarts.
What's the first period? Then?
What's that?
I got 10 weeks, so I have to roll for a first period, right?
No. When you finish your 24 weeks.
Oh, you have to make 3 rolls.
No, you just make 1 roll at the end.
All right.
It's an amount of time, and once you hit that time, then you make the roll. Yeah, you don't have to roll for every period.
All right.
That would be, I don't know if that would be mean or if that would be helpful.
Oh.
I think that'd be mean. Okay.
Well, never mind.
All right. So you did not encounter any ships refueling at the Porn Gas Giant. No one bothered to use their sensors to see if there was any pirates in waiting or anything. So you are now at Drinax. Now I'm going to assume you're jumping to the planet.
Should we go to the gas giant first, or?
I'm looking at the captain. Are you going to the planet?
That's your captain.
Are
I
you
mean, I hadn't planned to.
Are you going to the planet?
Oh, for Drinax? Yes.
Okay.
I was still thinking porn for some reason.
Okay. So as you jump into the system and you start your maneuvering into Drinax, realizing you're basically at the bottom of your you're basically pulling out expired food. It's not really expired, but you're at the you're picking up all the chicken a la kings that nobody wanted to eat, and you're basically pulling out all the meals that people have passed on, and so you know that you're going to need to get some life support when you get to Drinax. Plus, the air is starting to smell a little stale. Maybe it's not as fresh as it would be if it was brand new. It's recycled.
The water's been reclaimed a few too many times.
Exactly, right. It's because you basically just jumped a couple of weeks without stopping, But that's okay. You could basically live for 4 weeks with everything on board the ship, but you're okay. But
we have to pay for maintenance.
You do. You have a maintenance fee. Okay, so as you start to approach Drinax, your sensors are detecting things. So who wants to make a sensor roll?
I'm the sensor guy.
So jump on it. You get a +2 because it's military sensors.
I think I'm going to already head to the functional gun.
Okay, yeah, that would be something you probably would do whenever the ship is about to get out of jump, because you never know. There might be some hostile action. Okay, you got an extremely good sensor roll.
I'm good with sensors.
You're good with sensors. It's pretty much, I'll tell you everything. You detect no less than 4 foreign, meaning non-Drinaxian, starships in orbit. And all are openly transmitting their transponder codes, which identify them as independent. However, they all have an identical but unofficial and non-standard additional code, which identifies them as vessels of the Royal Bodyguard Squadron. The fact
it sounds like great.
The fact that there is no indication of whose bodyguard they are could be taken as high arrogance. Okay.
I wonder if it's the print.
2 of the vessels are Type T patrol corvettes. They are named Stalwart Bastion and Heroic Fortress. The third ship is a Type A2 Far Trader named Fort Krinda. The last is a Type S Scout Courier named Royal Messenger.
Yeah, I think it's the Prince Grey dude that's come to talk to the king.
Wow, that was...
Well, it might, based on these names and how pretentious they are, it might be that King Oleb has acquired himself a new squadron of ships. But the ships do not identify themselves as Drinaxian.
was just weird if they were hitting.
Shall we try to communicate with the ship?
That was actually my first thought was, oh yeah, no one but Oleb would name them like that.
I'm just saying these ships are distinctly missing a lot of holes in them.
Let's communicate with Palace and find out what the ship is.
Okay, so you open up a comm channel based on their transponder code, which allows you to know what like frequencies they would be on to communicate with them. You say,
Captain, this is up to you. You're the captain.
all right, Captain, what would you like to say?
I hadn't planned to message them.
Okay, so you just fly in and land at the spaceport?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's important, King Oleb will tell us. If it's not,
Yeah, they're
he's
just
still probably gonna tell us.
they're just sitting in orbit above the planet, so they're not like in any kind of dogfight or anything. They're just up there. And as you approach the you basically have a your ship has and your crew, your team has been given like permanent permission to land at the spaceport. You don't have to call in and say we're on our way in. You have your own dedicated landing spot at the Royal, because the northern one is for like King Oleb and his ships, and which he's only got 2, and then the southern part of the spaceport is all independents, or merchants or whoever that come through. So you have a spot you can always land, so you don't have to radio in to the spaceport or anything.
You're saying we don't need permission to land?
You don't need permission to land. You're pretty much part of the. Yeah, this is your home port. Okay, so an additional ship is on a landing pad at King Oleb's floating palace.
I bet you it's the prince, but let's find out.
This vessel, this vessel, it should say also, but okay, displays the Royal Bodyguard Squadron code and declares itself as the broadsword class mercenary cruiser Sindal Sword.
Wow.
Okay, so let me ship art.
That's definitely a nice ship.
So it looks like a globe with 4 legs, but it's 800 tons. So just to let you know. Broadsword class mercenary ships usually have 2 cutters that go up inside of it, and it like deploys mercenary troops onto the planet or whatever. And it's got like 8 turrets and all kinds of who knows what. Okay, as you approach to land, you can see this is a very smart looking ship with uniformed armed guards and an obvious security zone around it.
Do we recognize those insignias?
No. But
I know from all of
it has obviously seen action and has been repaired at least a couple of times. But the initial impression is it's well maintained. You fly in. Oh, and by the way, it's in the North Port, so it's in the Royal. It's not in the independent. So you would be landing fairly close to it, and Let me go ahead and do a thing. Yeah, so like 7 is at the very bottom. That's like the common spaceport. But you guys are landing on these pads up in the north. And it's sitting on pad 1 because it's a fairly large ship. And you would be landing at one of these other two. If you would like to let me know, which one of these would you be landing on? Which one would you like to be landing on?
Oh, we're landing on our.
Yeah, which one is that? Is what I'm saying.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm the pilot. I should get to choose.
Okay, it's either the middle one or the one on the right.
We're definitely doing the one on the right, because if we do the one in the middle and then those two ships are coming in, somebody might hit us. So at least we only have like half the chance to get hit if we park on the right.
Okay. So you're gonna park. You're gonna park on the edge.
Yes, this is the same mentality I have while driving the truck. If I park in the middle, there's 2 chances somebody's going to hit me.
That's how I think when choosing a bathroom stall.
Wait, you use bathroom stalls?
I don't think
What's
any
that?
pilot of your caliber is going to run into it.
Oh no, I just go outside in the bushes. It's no big deal.
And well, I guess we'll head to the court chamber.
Right,
Yeah.
I do have a question. Is it possible to
Nope.
take some of that
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we get some of that unrefined fuel, can we sell it at a port?
What do you mean? Like if you scoop up gas and then your ship can refine it, so you'd have refined fuel, and then you could turn around and like sell it to someone?
Yeah, if we got
Yeah.
extra storage for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you can sell straight out of your gas tank if you want.
Why would you want to sell it?
Yeah, you could do it.
For a point of reference, yes, we could like fill the cargo bay with gas tanks or something. But with what we have right now, we have a 40-ton capacity, and for refined fuel, that's 20,000 credits. It costs us 30,000 per jump.
I was just trying to think outside the box on that.
It's a good idea to have in the pocket, but it's down there with passengers.
If you want to carry anything, our best bet would be freight.
I found it.
I mean, our best bet is pirate bounties.
Have to.
Yeah, that's my number one, is to go for bounties, and you know.
I think I'm going to rob all the shipmates and
Well,
start
well,
investing in
doesn't have
cryptocurrency.
anything for us, we could go pirate.
In addition to trying to open up diplomatic channels with
There we go.
oh darn, how did I already forget the name?
That's okay. Everybody give me your credits. I'm going to start a crypto coin.
No.
We're going to corner the market up here.
No.
We can call it the Drinax coin.
Your ship communicates with you. Captain,
Yes, ship?
I don't remember if I'm supposed to be a male voice or a female voice. I think you chose a butler.
I vaguely remember that.
Why would you pick a butler?
So he picked Alfred.
Yeah.
Voice will be better.
But the ship goes, King Oleb would normally expect you to report to him as soon as we land.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that was my plan.
I put on my fancy suit.
My apologies.
Who turned the auto reminders back on the ship? I told you we don't need those.
Sorry.
No, I was
Shit,
gonna
before
say
we leave, Is there a place where I can buy nice clothing here?
Not inside your ship.
Didn't
No, well, I mean no, but I figured the ship would know about Drinax, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you guys have already went shopping
Oh, did we go shopping here? I thought we shopped somewhere else.
in the bazaar.
Yeah, it was here.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. After we talk to him, I'm going to the bazaar and buying some stuff. I need to savvy up my living quarters.
Then yeah, once we land, give some refuel and life support orders. Which it pains me to say, but refilling our life support.
Your communicator comes on. Bing!
Bing!
Captain, you have a call
I
from
answer.
an OLEB representative.
Yes, this is Captain Yeldritch.
King Oleb would like to know the state of his riches as soon as possible.
Yes, we are on our way as soon as I hang up.
What how long can I expect?
How long does it take to walk from here to you?
Or do they want us in the
10 minutes.
or the throne room?
20 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Hang up.
I will take Tomlin with me to go shopping.
No. Hold on, Captain. Are you sure you want to go in there right now? I feel like we forgot to do something super important before we left for porn. We should have sent a message to Oleb ahead of time telling him that vault was not full of riches.
And how would we do that in a way that's faster than us?
Ding! Captain, you have a
You know how
message.
long it would take us to
Guys,
get
we
back?
need to go.
It's from one of King Oleb's messengers.
Find out if they want us
Turn my communicator
Okay,
off.
we're all going to the cave.
Ding!
Let's go.
Ding! Ding!
I turn it
Ding!
off.
Ding! It's not going off.
Oh.
Ding! Ding! You have a message
Start
from
walking
a
towards the throne room.
an Oleb messenger.
Yeah, I give Kirsch instructions to refuel the ship, and we head out. Or I
Ding.
head out, at least.
Ding! Your earpiece communicator is beeping. Ding! 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 It's driving you mad.
Yes, it is.
Ding!
So my phone still
Ding!
on vibrate.
You turn it off. You actually turn it off, and it still goes ding, ding, ding.
Can I?
And the ship's computer says, "Captain, you have a message from the King Oleb."
Curse the NSA.
So glad I didn't give them my phone number.
Can I talk to the ground crew and see if we can start moving this gold off the ship?
Okay, so what you're saying is you leave the ship.
Yes, we are leaving the ship.
Okay, how are you dressed?
As we neared the planet, I also put on my fancy clothes.
Yeah, I'm still dressed in my fancy clothes.
Okay, perfect. So basically, because you're going to go see the king, why not dress for success, right? Okay,
That's what I figured.
so you leave the ship. There is a ground crew already working on refueling and resupplying your ship with life support. And in addition to that, there is a bureaucrat standing there with a data pad, obviously waiting for you guys at the airlock. So as soon as you exit the airlock elevator, this girl is standing there, and she says, King Oleb is waiting for you if you'd follow me.
Oh, of course, though.
It looks like you guys have all dressed appropriately, so let's go.
I start
Off of the
walking.
tower.
I need to get a better suit.
She starts walking.
I follow.
Okay, so you guys, I assume that's everyone, starts following her, and she takes you with a couple of, in addition to that, a couple of their Star Guard. You know, they're Hawkmen from
Stargate.
no, from I want to say Buck Rogers, but
No, not Buck Rogers. You're talking about Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. There we go. Yeah. So it's a Hawkman, right? No, seriously. But they do have these little metal wings. But they escort you to the palace.
What's a gravity dungeon?
You don't want to know.
Go find out.
I kind of do.
Okay, so she says, okay, we're just outside of the court chambers, so wait here just a few minutes and I will announce you.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to tell them about the lines we made with that group and the prince.
So after literally 2 minutes, the door opens into the court chamber.
Let's see if Derek can rattle off all our names real fast back to back.
Yeah, no. That announcement was done before you walked through the door. Okay, there are newcomers at court. So there are humans all dressed in a manner sure to please King Oleb. Richly decorated court clothes and well-tailored uniforms.
Oof.
Personnel in uniform wear handguns and sidearms. As sidearms. I was like, isn't a handgun a sidearm? Okay. Wears handguns as sidearms. Those in suits and ball gowns do not. Their leader is a fairly nondescript man, were he not dressed in finery suitable for the court of an Aslan warlord or an imperial duke, and wearing a highly ornate sword at his waist.
Definitely a noble.
Yeah, you could make that jump. There's no time for introductions as you approach the throne. The visitors are identified by King Oleb himself. He booms. Basically, he because that's how he talks. He's always like really loud. And he says, Prince Richter, here are my emissaries with good news. And King Oleb waves you into the room.
It is him.
Yeah, I thought it was the prince.
I
Go
have
ahead.
a handout.
He waved us. Called it. That dude did get here way faster than we did.
I thought I
Well, in
had.
reality, they probably have a pretty quick ship.
Oh, I was looking at porn. Okay, sorry. Where is my handout? Maybe I put it under Drinax. Okay, because you guys probably remember Prince Herrick.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, of course you do. He's there, and you've got King Oleb. You know, he's there. Of course. You also see Princess Rao. She's hiding in the shadows, kind of keeping her eye on what's going on.
I give her a wink.
There are a number of these Hawk warriors in and around the chamber as normal, his personal guard or what have you. and there's a bunch of other people that I'm not going to give a handout, but there we go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Prince Richter.
He does not match with the others. What happened?
What do you mean? He looks like I said, he just looks like a normal dude. You know, he's just well dressed. And he's also carrying a sword, or he's got one on his hip.
The others just must be their entourage.
Well, if he waved us in, I'm going to step forward and bow to everybody.
Okay, and they all bow to you and they say, "Welcome, welcome back." And King Olaf kind of his he's basically standing there expectantly for your report.
I look to the captain.
Well, my liege.
And then King Olaf interrupts you and says, "Oh, this is Captain Ildritz. He's the captain of our warship, the Kestrel."
Yes. Well, we have news, as you said.
Okay, so King Olaf's got the little pee-pee dance going. He's like, "Yeah, okay, he's gonna tell me I'm rich." You know, that's.
I must ask that you rein in your expectations somewhat. The target turned out not to be a vault of treasures, but a vault of resources.
Oh, okay. Resources, they're like diamonds and
No.
adamantium and
It was more of an emergency
unobtainium.
An emergency city restart bunker. It had basic metal ingots, steel, copper, the like, some fabrication machines, everything you need to restart society. We were able to secure a large amount of gold and silver stored in the bunker.
Okay, gold and silver. That sounds good.
Yes.
You could see that his emotions are on a roller coaster.
It was much less than we were expecting.
He's on the down on the roller
I don't
coaster.
say that something about the lines.
On the bright side, as we had no feasible way to transport such a facility back to Drinax, we were able to secure a foothold with our fine prince here, actually. The Greyhigh movement on the planet was looking to create almost the exact same facility, and we handed it to them.
Nope. Stop. Get out of my court. Go back to your ship. Await new orders. I don't want to hear any more. I'm sorry, Prince. I was expecting positive news, and all I got was this bullshit.
Without a word, I'll just bow and leave.
What about the rest of you guys? You guys following him?
Oh, I turn on my heel and I follow.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm already heading out as soon as it's like, just
Okay.
go back to your ship. I'm like, oh, okay.
You sure that was the prince from the movement?
Yes.
I'm gonna whisper to Mason's character. Should we tell him about the robot?
No.
No,
You
that's
can't now.
No, it's got to be repaired anyway, and then we could sell it.
Yeah, but that's ancient technology.
Yeah, it's a Sindalan robot. So yeah. It might be worth something because of its ancient.
Age.
Yeah, its age.
You might be able to sell the way it is and still make.
That's right.
No.
It's like a collectible.
It's Tomlin's.
All right, so you guys are outside the palace and free to do and go where you want.
You guys want to bring the robot to the university and see if anyone's interested?
No, I need to go buy rations for the week for myself. And
Now, he did ask you to go to your ship and await new orders.
Yes, I'm going to the ship. We brought him bad news, and this could go south very easily.
Oh, that's
Well,
not our fault.
You can hit me up on the com when things go bad. Faustus,
Yeah.
coming with me?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
It doesn't need to be our fault if the king says it's our fault.
That's fine. You just let me know. I will
Well, yeah, so
book
that's
it for
why
the
I'm
ship.
going to the ship. I'm staying.
Well, at least you didn't say off with their heads.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys split up, right? And some of you go back to the ship, and some are going shopping for clothing.
Yes. Are we still being stalked by a Hawkman?
Of course,
Okay.
he's not there for. He's not there for the king. He's there for you.
Okay.
He's like Secret Service. He's here to help to keep people off of you
Gotcha.
and to give you immediate recognition of authority. So with him standing behind you, people are more amiable to talk to you. Yeah,
Yeah, we got
Okay.
but he's not mean or anything. But he's a generic Hawkman. He's like a private. He's just okay. You guys are going to the bazaar, no problem. Let's go.
Back in his mind, he's like, guard duty, huh?
Right.
Well, that's okay. I'm going to bribe him here in a minute.
Yeah, I just talked to the main dock workers to see if they resupplied us with food, life support.
Okay.
I didn't catch that.
So the king yelled at this guard says. So the king yelled at you, huh? Well,
Yeah.
that's it's not good to be in his disfavor. So, good luck.
Well, we couldn't what we found, so.
I mean, at least we didn't get thrown in the dungeon, right?
He did not throw you in any kind of gravity dungeon.
And look at it this way, Brother Hawkman.
Yeah.
If there is no disappointment in life, then the victory doesn't taste as sweet.
Ooh, okay. I accept that knowledge.
Well, we got to.
Knowledge freely given.
Yes. Now let's go get some clothes. Have you ever been fitted for a suit before, my man?
Yeah, I got my military uniform. They had to measure me.
Don't worry. This is going to be a much nicer suit. It'll feel way better.
I can't accept that.
The king told us to stay on the ship.
It is a gift for your service in protecting us.
I can't accept that.
You are allowed to have tips, aren't you?
No.
Just tips?
No.
Oh. Well, your loss.
I'm a loyal Hawkman. You don't get to be in the Star Guard by accepting bribes.
Bribes? Who said anything about bribes?
Well, you said you were going to bribe me later.
No, I said I was going to give you a gift.
No,
Actually,
I don't need a gift. Thank you though.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, well, what if you had to go to like a king's ball that you weren't at, like you were invited to, but you needed a nice, really, really nice suit that's not.
I would wear my military uniform.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Okay, I'll give you.
Most
Okay.
military do. I slap Faustus on the back and go, "Don't you know this?"
I do, but I was trying to, say it's like, hey, if you really want a nice suit, take your lady out to a nice date.
Okay. So, how much do you want to spend on your suit?
I'm going to buy a couple. What was the price ranges again? I know I
Yeah.
originally bought one that was one step under what the king would have been wearing.
Bajillions.
Seriously, jillions?
No, bajillions.
Don't
So
have that
how?
much.
Nobody does. So how much do you want to spend?
Uh, my social standing is currently 10. What do I need to spend?
10 is pretty good. 10 is considered almost a noble. You're like right there on the verge.
Yeah, so we need to bump that by 2. Help my diplomacy out, since apparently I'm the diplomat now.
How good of a suit will 2,000 credits give me?
A very good suit.
I'll do it.
I don't
will
know
buy 5
what.
suits at 10,000 credits pop.
So
You said
50,000.
5?
Yes, sir.
Damn, I can only do 3 of those.
I've got a lot of money on me right now.
Okay, so you find like the best tailor in the bazaar, and none of their suits are 10,000. You can special order a specific design and a specific type of fabric or something like that, and I can have it made for you. But I've already heard that you're out of favor with the king.
Yes, but does that make my money not good?
It makes it tainted.
Well, nobody has to know I gave it to you. Money's money.
Yeah, I'm with that. But I don't have anything that's 10,000 credits.
What's the best suit you have on in stock currently?
4,500.
And you could probably get a tailor.
I will. Do you have it in a variety of colors?
Yes.
I will take 5 in a variety.
Pinstripe, two-tone.
Oh,
You know, like the
Okay, hold on.
the breast might be a different color than, and all you have to do is just tell me, or on your character sheet when you jot these suits down, describe them.
Okay. So pinstripe, two-tone.
Here we go. Standard of living. To become social standing 12, you only have to spend 5,000 credits a month.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. I gotta dress like that the whole time, though, too, don't I?
Well, it's included in your upkeep base. It's like an upkeep. If you pay 5,000 credits every month, you're basically, keeping nice suits. You're eating at the best restaurants. You're groomed. You're cleaned. You're perfumed. All that stuff. And yeah, so you have to do that for a year for your social standing to go up.
For a year. Okay. 52 weeks.
Well, no, it's 12 months. Because this one is by month.
Oh, okay. Would it be easier if I just take away 5K every month?
Yeah, that's exactly what you would do. You would just subtract 5K every month. And what that is saying is you're dressing well, you're only eating at the best rrestaurants.
Okay.
Now, if you were looking at social standing 15, that's 20,000 a month.
Captain. I call
But
captain on the count
you can't jump more than one social standing.
at a time.
Yeah, so you can go to 11 for 5,000 a month for a year. And then if you go to 12, it would be another 5,000 a month for a year. There's no halfway point between 10 and 12.
Yeah, just one at a time.
What about going to 7?
1,500.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
I'll start taking tips from Tomlin.
Yeah, so basically you start wearing khakis instead of blue jeans.
Word. Okay. All right. We'll do that then.
All right, that sounds
I
good.
have everything I need. 36. Need anything else, Tasha?
I'm currently looking up a $2,000 suit in real life, trying to get good reference material.
Now you're a Travelers Aid Society member, right?
Me?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so it says here on Drinax,
Oh, that's a nice suit.
a hotel room is only 20 credits per night.
Holy shit! That suit's normally 15,000.
Oh, you're looking up the Gentleman's Gazette too?
No, I'm looking at the Keaton suit, Midnight Blue Stripes, Vicuna Cashmere Silk.
Luxury hotels cost more.
Mm.
Yeah, they cost 300 credits a night. A fine meal at the TAS is only 20 credits. Fast food is 2 to 3 credits. A typical meal is anywhere from 5 to 50, depending on your quality. A burger of unidentifiable meat-like substance, eaten standing up, is 2 to 3 credits. Bless you.
Now, isn't a credit worth 5 technical dollars?
Approximately. It's equivalent to $5 in 1980. Or 1990. So it'd be worth even less now. Because a dollar can't buy anything. Or more, depending on how the math works. I'm not a mathematician. Okay, so we're not gonna role play every single hour of every single day on this planet. You don't really have a whole lot to do, so you are waiting for the king to contact you or give you another mission, but you're also taking some time to study. You're taking some time to visit the different places in the palace that you haven't had an opportunity to visit, things like that. So, but one thing you will have an opportunity to do that we can role play is: are you going to sell the robot or keep it or have it repaired?
I said bring it to university is ancient, so you might be interested.
I'd like to have it repaired.
Why repair it? They could.
I vote for the repairing because it might actually work. It might be good for one defensive on the ship.
You can have it repaired and it can drive around, but it can't go up ladders.
The whole reason I wanted this thing was so that I could tinker with it and try to repair it on my own while learning some form of engineering because I have 0 skills.
Okay, it would be mechanics.
Well, okay. I still have 0 skills in mechanics.
Okay.
Shows you how much I know about mechanics.
Yeah, so yeah, if you want, you can have him repair it. It's going to cost you 50,000 credits of parts to repair it.
Holy shit! Let's sell it.
I mean, do you not have 50,000 credits to spare?
That's not the point.
It'd probably be worth more just to sell it to the university.
Tell you what, Tomlin. If you get that rush bucket up and working, I'll go half-shees with you.
Okay.
I could work on it for you if you want.
Are you training for mechanics?
Nope.
Okay, so you'll have to stop your training and switch it over to mechanics to start repairing this.
Okay. Does that save the periods I already have in the current?
It does not.
Oh.
It's a flush.
Well, we can get the parts and I can start doing that. So I have one more period before I can actually roll to see if I can get this skill level up.
Okay, so you can wait to start repairing it for a week.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
got mechanics.
5 weeks.
I could do it for you.
Well,
If you
he
do it
doesn't.
for me, I don't learn anything.
Well, what he could do is actually teach you,
Yeah.
and then so he would be
You
there.
wait 5 weeks.
He would be your teacher.
And it takes less time as you're being taught.
I understand that, but I'm currently teaching myself piloting
Well,
3.
what-
So
what
can
he's
you wait
saying-
5 more weeks?
If I instruct you, it'll take less time for you to learn the skill.
Correct, but I can't save the 2 periods I already have in Spaceship if I swap now. Can you wait 5 weeks?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can wait as long as you want.
Okay, that's what I was trying to ask.
All right.
Okay, so you're going to buy the spare parts, store them in the car, store them in your bunk,
And
then-
I'll pay you back when you get to the ship.
and then when you eventually start working, you'll have all those parts ready to go.
Yes.
Okay.
So how many weeks are we here?
Well, you've been here a day. I'll get to that in a moment. So, what about the gas canisters?
They're still in the cryopod because I was told to go back to the ship and wait.
That's right. So, what's going to happen with them over the next few days?
I will send a message to the university trying to get... Man, I can't remember the professors that helped us before. To figure out how my Sindalin device worked. Or not them, the biology department. To try and analyze these canisters.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they'll do it for you for a small donation to the university.
Of course. Where are my manners? Obviously, this is worth 50,000 credits of your time.
Okay. That is generous, and we will I'll send over some interns or some students to come over there and pick it up and bring it to the university, and we'll put it through its paces, and we'll let you know what it's all about.
We also have to see a broker and sell off the gold and the silver.
The gold just needs to be unloaded from the ship.
Where are you going to unload it to? Just let it sit on the ground outside the ship?
Yeah, we got to sell it. And we can give the king all the...
No, that's the king's.
The whole thing, you think? Is the king?
I would tell the Hawkmen nearby that take it to the king.
Yeah, the gold and silver is the king's. That's his cut. Am I correct, Captain?
Yeah.
Each half.
Yeah. So what he'll do is he'll send you a credit. He'll send you credits back.
That works. I'm sure it would cheer up the king to have half a ton of gold and half a ton of silver dropped at his feet.
Right. That's no problem. You can actually have that done. And you are given some credits. Give me a second while I find. There it is. This would be considered metals.
Precious metal.
Okay, there we go. And you got 2 tons. Okay, so you are delivered 50,000 credits. Just enough for the spare parts. No, okay. Yeah, 50,000 credits.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and okay. So some things happen while you're waiting over the next few days.
After about day 3, I'm probably going to try to contact flight control and ask for permission to do aerial maneuvers for a while.
Yeah, you can. No permission needed. You're free to come and go as you wish.
Oh, I look at the captain and go, maybe we should go get him something better than what we already did.
He specifically said wait for instructions.
Yeah, he said wait. He's probably
Yeah, but he didn't tell them to keep us here, so like
Now, I do. Yeah, he didn't have to. He already told us not to leave.
Maybe we should show some initiative.
That's literally all we do.
Take the ship and run. That's what that's what he's saying.
I'm
Now-
just saying, we've been sitting here for a while.
I
You
do
get-
have.
You get a knock on your airlock.
Holy shit!
A physical knock.
Oh, there's no way I heard that.
Yeah, can't we even hear it through all that metal?
The ship is telling you. There
Oh.
is a physical knock at the airlock.
You know who it is?
If I had external cameras, I could tell you.
Do we?
No.
I'm going to the airlock.
Damn it! Why do we not have external cameras on this shit?
Because it's a spaceship. What do you need cameras for?
You're a
It's not-
squad.
This is not Hollywood.
You could have security cameras installed.
You could
I
have
don't
security
need
cameras.
Airlock.
Okay, so you go to the airlock. There is a very nicely dressed woman with an envelope in her hand. She looks like she's what do you call those things? Like a lady in waiting, or she looks like she's part of an entourage, or something like that.
My hand for the envelope.
Okay, she hands it. It's sealed.
Okay, then I'll show it.
It has like a wax seal.
Just
And she
shut
says,
the door.
This is for you and your crew. It's from the prince. And then she walks off.
Yeah, right. As soon as she pulls her hand back, I'm already just shutting the door, turning around, handing it to the captain.
You don't have a door. What you have is an elevator.
Oh,
And it's you're familiar with the Constellation ship in Star.
Yes, yeah.
That's exactly what you have. You got this little elevator
so
that goes down. Yeah.
So I went down, and I'm just like, "Thank you." Push the button slowly.
And you go back up. Exactly. Yeah, it's got it goes down and then it goes back up. Right.
Okay.
Captain, before you open that, are you sure we should? I say
Yes.
this. Well, because we work for the king, and the king immediately shut you down when you started to talk about talks between him and the prince. Maybe the prince isn't here for a peace treaty, and he's trying to turn the king against his best weapon, which is us.
Here you
Okay.
go.
And maybe that means the prince is the higher bidder. I'm still not seeing the downside.
If not our ship. And
Here,
Where-
what'd you get, Captain?
Hey, Tomlin, you know that thing you complain about me telling people? We're pirates. It's not our ship. We're pirates.
Oh, that's true. Well, fine.
Anyways.
Whatever. Open it. I don't care.
You interrupted me, Tomlin. I was going to pay Faustus back for his rudeness to the lady by taking the envelope and then re-lowering the elevator before he could come up. That'd be an awkward conversation for him.
That's just
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll open it.
okay. It says it's written. It's got some flourish or whatever, but it's basically just a polite letter. And it says, if you have the time, I would like you to attend upon me at my quarters.
Sorry, that's my letter.
Oh, can I have the one from the prince?
Yeah, that's the one from the prince.
That's the one from the print.
Sounds like it's up to you, Cap. Go do your spy seduction thing. Good luck.
We were told to wait for instructions. We were not told from whom.
Pats Tomlin on the back with his new suit.
He just wants to meet with you. So.
Yeah, so we can go.
Only
He didn't say instructions from who. Before we go,
All of it.
you all ran off in such a hurry last time. I got this ready though. We were gone for. Isn't a jump 2 weeks?
1 week jump.
It is
But-
1 week. Okay.
But you
So we
jumped
were-
twice.
Twice there and twice back. So we were gone for a month. So everyone is due a payday as well as your bonus for the metals. Unfortunately, doesn't add up to a lot. So everyone gets 8,500 credits, including the NPCs.
Thank you.
And you're all paid up.
That's good. So his quarters are located in a local hotel.
Okay.
Does he just want to, does it say he just wants the captain or everybody?
It's for the crew or the whoever.
All right, I guess we'll go. Right, Captain?
If you all consider yourself officers, it would be like normal to all the officers to go. Yeah, he was assigned a suite of rooms for him and his entourage in town. It's near the palace. It's not in the palace. Is it in the apartments?
So are we going, Captain?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in the area of 11.
I'll
Okay.
go dressed in one of my
New suits?
nice new suits
Okay.
with a pistol on one hip and a knife on the other.
Do you need me to go, Captain?
Yes.
Prepared for a
Just in
fight or
case.
not?
This is a diplomatic meeting in a bedroom. Bring your little gun. Only the little one.
Not the flamethrower?
No.
Which one's the
Okay.
little one?
The 45.
Oh, okay. I figured you'd say the Gauss rifle or something.
I have 2 auto pistols.
No, you don't go wandering around in any kind of like armor and like rifles and flamethrowers through the city. That's not normal. But a handgun and a
Neither
sword,
is-
okay.
neither is having 3 different. Why do you have 3 different pistols? You don't have that many hands.
Why are you complaining about his hobbies?
But why are you complaining on like me having multiple weapons, seeing that I can do the things that I've done?
Just think,
It's
just
exactly because of the things that you can do that I'm worried.
just think, Jane.
Some people have whole walls full of weapons.
One's a pillow gun, one's a door gun, one's an anti-spider space spiders. The other one is anti everything over there gun.
Yeah, like that guy from Darkman. He has the whole room full of guns.
I need
Tomlin
a
throws
shotgun.
his hands up in disgust and walks off the ship.
I get him my $2,000 2,000 creds.
There you go. All right.
Gun in my waistband.
Okay, let's
Oh yeah,
go,
we hunted enough suits that he has found the one he actually wants to wear.
Let's go meet the prince.
All right. So you guys head over to the royal apartments where the prince is staying. He does have guards outside of his rooms, and your hawk guard kind of hangs out with them, and they shoot the shit while you guys go into the prince's quarters. He basically has a suite, so you're not going into his bedroom. You're going into like a living room just outside of his bedrooms. The tone of this meeting is a little bit different than what King Oleb had. He's not shouting.
So, just to clarify, this is the prince from the movement?
Well, it looks it's a person. He says he's a prince. If you want to ask him, you would have to ask him.
Oh.
Because you don't have a picture of him. Yeah.
That'd be a good thing to ask him.
Come on in, gentlemen. Have a drink. I have a bar over there, and he points at a table, like a bar on the wall, with all different kinds of alcohols and ice.
You got scotch?
I
Yeah.
grab a bottle. I pour out like a half glass of straight liquor, and then I leave the glass in the bottle's place. And keep the bottle.
That's not polite.
He said, get a drink.
I look at you and gently take the bottle from your hand, place it back on the table, and hand you the glass. Mind your manners, Captain.
A robot wheels himself into the room from the bedroom, and it wheels over to the bar, and it says, "I'm missing a bottle." He looks at you and sees it, and he says, "Oh, you still have the bottle." And the robot puts his hand out, waiting for you to give it something.
I grab the bottle and give it to the robot.
Okay. And he exchanges it with the glass that was left on the bar. And he says, "If you need anything, I'm here to serve."
Yeah, I just get a glass of scotch on the bar.
Okay, so he puts some ice in a cup or a glass and puts some scotch in it and hands it to you.
Thank you.
Oh, no need to thank me. This is my job. He says, "Oh, don't speak to my robot. He's not what do you call it? Not talkative."
That's right. I'm just not prejudiced.
Who wants to talk to the servants anywhere?
You also notice that in one of the bedrooms there are a couple of armed bodyguards, but they're not paying attention to you guys. They're just like maybe talking to each other. So you saw
I would call the prince. Thank you for.
You saw a couple out in the hall, and you see a couple in an adjacent bedroom. If you have diplomacy, you can make a diplomacy roll. Anyone and everyone with diplomacy can make a
Oh,
diplomacy roll.
okay. I thought just the captain. I got you. Where's my diplomat?
No diplomacy.
Yeah, if you don't have it trained, you can't roll.
Cool.
It's my next thing to learn. But no.
Tomlin, you're the only one with diplomat?
Apparently, I took my time and spoke real slow, and he didn't like that.
Okay. So, this is what I'll say. Richter is doing exactly what Oleb does, just more tastefully. Right? So he's not like yelling and pointing and pushing and throwing bottles around and stuff. But he is saying the same types of things. Like, I'm the greatest, everyone says. Okay. I'm extremely rich and powerful, and I'm not treating you like underlings. Basically, he's making a point that, like, I want you to know that I have power, but but you're not my servants. You know, that's kind of the aura or the air that he's putting on.
That's why I did the bottle thing.
I sub-vocalize to the captain and the rest of the crew and say, I think we're getting to the point where he's going to make us an offer.
He offers each of you a handshake. Like, my name is Prince Richter Greyhigh, and I would like to let you know that I really appreciate everything you do. And he's offering his hand to be shooken.
I'll shake it.
Okay. He gives you a firm handshake.
Charmed.
I'm going to tell the prince, I think our captain will agree if any of your plans need assistance or anything.
I would prefer to be the one to say what I do and don't agree with.
Tomlin, you recognize that he's being professional more than he's being genuine.
Yeah, so he's putting on a front.
Right.
Raj.
But you can tell that he's good at his game.
He plays the political game well.
So, have you noticed the statues in the palace? How they're all made with the Gregor poses, and they don't even have little fingers. Did you notice that?
I hadn't, actually.
Okay, well, the next time you're in the palace, I'd recommend checking that out because it's a very unique art style. And I've come to appreciate that. It's not on many worlds that you will see the statues like this.
Want many of those for yourself, do you?
Say that again?
Would you like many of those for yourself? Here,
Oh,
here.
no. I have all the statues I need. Another robot comes into the room. And it says to the prince, is there anything else before I go recharge? And the prince says to the robot, no, go recharge, do your thing. Got to stay on top of it. So, let me get down to business. I'm on Drinax to seek an alliance with the King Oleb. I want to harden the Aslan frontier against incursions by Ihate. And Oleb is positioned to be a powerful ally. the Aslan would never have dared move against the old Sindalan Empire. Whatever its sins, and it committed a great many, the Empire would have held back the Aslan encroachment. Even today, it casts a long shadow, and true sons of Sindal, like Oleb and myself, have a duty to shield those dwelling on the frontier from the Ihate threat.
Ihate?
Yeah, Aslan.
Ah,
It's like a tribe of Aslan.
So
It's-
how did your meeting go with the king?
Oh, that would be. I think it went well. Now, I believe in this mission of hardening our border. I am not, of course, want to lure you away from Oleb's service. That would be very discourteous. But I have seen that you are resourceful and potentially useful allies.
allies are encouraging, but may I be so bold as to ask what your allies get in return for their help?
Well, let you know. I have a group of local chapters, a movement, if you will, and for some reason they named it after me. Many of my members treat it as a social club and talk tough without any intentions of following through. There are too many of what would you call them? Small world yahoos. They've attached themselves to the movement, but I do have a cadre of good people and growing support along the Aslan frontier. I'm trying to build a network of starship operators to ensure information about incursions is spread quickly. As a general rule, an incursion that is quickly ousted will be taken as a good fight, fair enough, by the sponsoring clan. The Aslan respect strength, and while defeating their Ihate will displease the clans, it is acceptable. Once a settlement has taken root, as it were, attacking it is often seen as an attack on the parent clan and may trigger a forceful response. The answer, I have quite a bit more. The answer, in the short term at least, is to dislodge Ihate land grabs as quickly as possible, and that requires a timely spread of information. Any ship could help with this, but you can go further if you choose. And I'm aware that King Oleb uses rather aggressive mercantile practices to obtain wealth and exert influence. My objectives align with those of the king. I know where Ihate vessels will be and can point out targets for groundside raiding. His own people are not set up for this sort of activity. So there is potential for King Oleb to make money and increase his power while helping me keep the frontier Aslan free. I don't want you to act against the king, merely offering you, I'm not reading chat, offer, lost my spot. Any shit, wait, okay. In the short term is to dislodge land grabs as quickly as possible, and that requires a timely spread of information. Any ship could help with this, but you could further, if you choose. They use a rather aggressive mercantile practice, obtain wealth and influence, and this objectives align with those of. I know where Ihate vessels will be and can point targets for groundside raiding. And he's not set up for this. King Oleb can make money, increase his power while helping me keep the frontier Aslan free. And I'm not trying to get you to act against the king, merely offering you a mutually beneficial arrangement. I have information on a rather underhanded deal to bring weaponry and industrial machinery to a new Ihate colony. If the shipment were to be intercepted, that would make me very happy. And King Oleb would also benefit.
Indeed.
Why don't you just talk to King Olaf about it and to get our services for anything?
I might get to that. An Ihate band has managed to secure a foothold on Thebes and arranged for equipment to be sourced from nearby markets. Few human merchant skippers will deliver to the Ihate for various reasons. They are difficult and often dangerous to work with. They can turn on their trade partners if displeased, even if the situation was beyond the trader's control. Just as importantly, most trader captains realize that in the long term, assisting the Ihate will create unwanted changes in the economic environment. While in the short term, there may be repercussions if the deal is discovered. Nevertheless, there are some willing to undertake such trade if the price is high enough. One such is the far trader, Principled Profiteer. This vessel has been connected to dubious deals and outright smuggling, but seems able to stay ahead of the authorities. Her skipper has agreed to deliver large quantities of hardware to the Ihate on Thebes, and made the mistake of trusting too many people. I have obtained her schedule for the next couple of runs and will gladly hand it over to you if you want. It's a win-win scenario for everyone, except maybe the Ihate and their human supporters. You don't have to agree right away. My offer stands as long as I'm in contact with Oleb and you. So, do you want this schedule?
Well, may I first begin by saying we've actually heard of you and your mission. The news we were to give King Oleb was, in fact, the facility he was hoping was full of treasure was a manufacturing facility, which we donated to your followers. In fact, they were to send word to you about trying to begin an alliance with King Oleb. We were hoping to pursue that ourselves.
But that's fortuitous.
And I absolutely agree. I think yours and the king's goals mesh wonderfully.
Do I get the impression that he already knew that information, or was that a surprise to him about the bunker and his faction?
That's up to you to decide.
I don't think it's possible for the news to have gotten here faster than us.
There is no such thing as insight.
Fair enough.
We took 2 weeks to get here.
If he had a faster ship, then they could have gotten here faster. But
Yeah, it would have had to be a jump 3 straight from Pal to here.
and he wasn't here. He must have been somewhere else, and then came here.
So they could have met him at Porn
Right. But
If that's where they jumped to.
if they had a jump 2.
right, or Hilfer. But yeah,
Or
so
Hilfer.
yeah. So he doesn't seem like he knew you were coming.
Okay. Where do you hang your hat? Where is your throne room?
Well, I think you saw my mercenary cruiser.
Is that where you spend most of your time?
I do. I travel.
He's hunting down the filthy Aslan.
Yeah, well, not just that. I'm spreading the good word. Recruiting.
Well, Majesty, what are you actually asking of?
I'm actually making a suggestion that you can accept this trade schedule between this human merchant and this colony on Thebes. And if you want to help King Oleb, you would raid or privateer, or whatever you'd like to call it, the merchant ship and prevent the delivery of the cargo, and then you could take the cargo in the ship for your own, bring it to King Oleb. King Oleb would profit. You would fulfill your duty with King Oleb, and you would help me by preventing the colony from receiving any new supplies.
Yeah, but since we work for King Olaf, you would need to talk to him to get our services.
I mean, we pretty much have carte blanche with this. I find this agreeable, Prince. I just have one request. Do you have any sort of connections with the Spurl system?
Define any kind of contact.
We've received word we wouldn't be welcome in that system, but I think it would be beneficial for us at some point to go pirate hunting around there.
Okay.
But I would like to negotiate our way in so we're not immediately fired upon by all system defenses.
I think what he's asking you is if you have any operations in
Yeah, and if we have someone vouch for us, it would make it much easier. And again, improve the safety of the Reach.
I have a couple follow-up questions once you answer that, my good sir.
Yeah, I don't have influence on any world.
Mm-hmm.
Just pockets of resistance or followers, movements, but that doesn't affect the government on any world.
I see. So they may know you, but you couldn't sneak us past the bouncer.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
fair enough.
Think of it like I have a big umbrella, but I don't have, like I'm between the worlds, but not on the worlds.
Of course. But I would happily take that trade schedule.
Oh, okay. So he. Do you have a digital? Do you have
Yeah.
something digital? So he transfers it to your computer.
Tomlin, what were you curious about?
Yeah, what other intel do you have on this merchant? Are they traveling with an armed escort?
All that information that you're talking about, the principal privateer.
Yes.
I
What you're telling us
don't
you might need.
think so. I think they, from what I know, it's just a cargo ship. Um, it's a far trader. Wait.
I don't know if I'm okay with killing kids, guys.
Yeah, I think it's just like a 200-ton far trader. Yep, type A2 far trader.
Yeah, that wouldn't be difficult for us to inspect.
Yeah, she's barely even armed. I think she only has one turret operational. Not a warship, more of a cargo transport ship. Probably carries something around 50 tons of cargo, somewhere in that neighborhood. Jump 2 ship.
Still, 50 tons of guns. It's a lot of guns.
All right. Well, it could be rations or guns or building materials. Apparently she's making jumps back and forth. So, making multiple trips.
So we would essentially be severing an entire colony's lifeline.
The Aslan colony that doesn't belong on Thebes, yes.
Right.
And if you dropped a nuke or something, I don't think anybody would care.
I mean, remember, Tomlin, they're slaughtering their way into the system, and then just taking it over. They're not like innocent here.
Yeah, remember the ferals that we had to purge?
And they're illegal aliens.
Indeed.
Oh,
Though I feel like using that terminology here is just a bit catty.
Right? Well, now we could call them newcomers.
I sub-vocalized to Faustus. Is it okay if we shoot the both of them now and just call it a day?
he said illegal aliens. Does he mean illegal Xenos?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Eyeball twitch.
Well, yeah, they're not human, so they're alien. And they come here illegally. They cross the border, and there's supposed to be a treaty between the Empire and the Aslan that they don't spread into this area.
Word.
they violated the treaty, so they're crossing the border illegally.
So basically, you want to us to set a blockade.
Right, but I understand that your ship is only one ship, and if I had a full armada or something, that would be awesome. But I don't foresee that happening anytime soon.
Oh, you just want us to raid ships.
Well, the king wants you to raid ships, but
Oh, this is what the king wants. Okay.
yeah, the king wants you to raid ships, and I want you to do it as well, and that's why it's a win-win.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so you've got the information. You can do with it what you will. If you do take it upon yourself, that would be awesome. And if you don't, well, I'll be disappointed, but I understand you've got other duties or what have you.
I think we could find a way to work this into our duties fairly easily.
Yeah.
Mouse is being eerily quiet over here.
Okay, I'm going to bring you to a different map just for reference. You guys should be on the world map. And you know where Drinax is? Thebes, huh? Right there.
How did they get so far?
Well, they're
With
not coming
nobody
from here.
noticing.
They're
Yeah,
not coming from here.
Yeah,
The colony's not on Thebes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so the Aslan might have went there and there. You know, might have came up through here. If they have a big enough ship, maybe they went to there.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know where they're coming from, but they need to be taken care of.
Or
I didn't say that.
I need bigger guns.
Let's say it was a jump 3 ship. They could have just come around this way.
Yeah. Yeah, hit the gas giant and just went on.
Because
See, but that route still requires them to drop into Imperial space at least once and
the
refill.
frontier planets are prepared for attacks. Someone back-a-ways like this is a bit softer.
And Thebes is within the old kingdom of Drinax. So
we should be protecting it anyways.
Correct. And you might be able to manipulate it to be a better ally.
And in doing so, we're pleasing the prince, which makes all of his friends our friends.
Does he have operations on that planet?
He wants to.
Oh, he wants to. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to restore his entire kingdom. He'll probably never get Scaladon because the Empire has claimed that.
No, I'm saying the prince. Does he have a movement operation on the planet?
Yeah, his on Thebes? Yeah, absolutely. I think so. This is me going off of memory, but yeah, I think he does. Okay, so you take the information and you leave.
You also said there was ground actions that could be done.
You could, but that's unnecessary. You don't have to go engage the Aslan directly. He just wants you to take out that merchant ship.
Yeah.
Or drop a nuke from orbit because nobody would care.
Well, they would care, but they don't need to know.
Yeah. We could.
But you don't have one anyway, so it doesn't matter. Unless, of course, this merchant ship is carrying nukes to Thebes, then that would be a problem.
That would be a problem.
I mean, all we have to do is just arm one of them and just drop it from orbit.
Right. Or all of them.
I meant the ship. I meant the ship with the nuke on it that's armed.
Why would you do that? We could just take the ship.
That's big jump for us.
Yeah, if you give the ship to Thebes, then that would definitely improve the thing. Or you could bring it back to some other planet and give it to him.
Or it's jump 2, we could put Kirsch in the captain's seat and form a fleet with more cargo spills.
That is also doable, but we would need more crew and a fair bit more funding first. But it's doable.
All right, so you leave his hotel room.
Yes, yeah, definitely wasn't getting friendly vibes there. And
Are you going back to the ship to make continue to wait for Oleb or whatever?
Oh, I for sure am.
Yeah,
Okay.
going back. Hey, Captain, I just want you to know that dude was straight up not telling the truth about probably most of what he was. Pretty sure he's got designs on the throne.
Yeah, but that's not my fight.
Yeah, but you don't want to get caught in the middle of it either.
Nope, but I'm perfectly fine playing both.
So where are you having this conversation?
Subvocally. Because
Where?
we are somewhat bringing up treason.
Where?
Walking to the ship.
Okay. So where everybody can hear you.
Well, that's why we're using our comms.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys have
Crazy
comm dots
people.
that you guys can talk in like very, very.
I specifically bought everybody the model with the sub-vocalization so we could talk without being overheard.
Where did you buy that?
I bought that forever ago when I bought the 10 comm dots.
I didn't ask you that. I said where.
I believe it was
Here.
yeah, here on Drinax.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it here?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, is that bad?
No, I'm just saying that the king knows everybody's communicator code.
I
Oops.
got a comm dot. That's all I got.
Well, it's nothing bad. I'm just saying,
The NSA could be listening.
That's right. I'm just saying someone could be listening in on your communications.
Well, then I'm not the spy, and if the spy didn't tell me it wasn't okay, then I assume it's okay.
You're fine. So,
He hired pirates. He's not expecting loyalty.
I don't know about
To an
that.
extent.
He didn't really hire us.
They didn't hire you. Okay, so you make it back to your ship. Are you going to continue this conversation without the communicators somewhere?
I have no reason to. I have said my part.
Okay, so Captain, where are you at right now, right this minute?
Sitting in my room, going over.
Okay, the door to your room opens, and King Oleb walks in.
Wow.
He goes, "Is there anyone else in the room with you?"
Just the dust bunnies.
Okay. He looks around. It's not a big room, so, but he glances around and he says, he's not yelling. It's surprisingly conversational. He's looking at you and he says, "I don't trust that man."
The Prince Greyhigh, I assume?
Prince Richter, yeah.
I could never remember his first name. He wasn't important enough.
Richter stated he knew that I wanted to recreate the old Sindalan Empire. But I think he wants to make himself the leader.
Isn't everybody in politics?
He's doing pretty much everything that I'm doing. And I think he's using the Ihate as a unifying influence.
Oh, not only. Yes, he is doing everything you're doing, including trying to hire us. And I show him the schedule.
There's not going to be room for 2 sons of Sindal in this new order.
So.
There must be no new order. But Richter and his Greyhigh movement could be useful allies for now. There's no use in picking a fight, but the day will come where he'll probably try to dominate Drinax. So, did you receive a mission?
Yes. He gave us the details for a weapon shipment intended for a new Oslan colony on Thebes. My thoughts were we could attempt to intercept this shipment and bring it and the ship back to you.
That sounds good. Do that. That'll make up for your failure at Paul.
I should also mention some of what we salvaged from Paul did put us in with his information network. To his followers, we are a friend.
Can you bring your crew? Can we meet somewhere where I can address your crew?
Yeah. And I switch my comm over to the ship intercom and I go, emergency crew meeting, flight deck now.
Flight deck. What's that?
You hear 6 gunshots go off in Faustus's room because he got startled while sleeping.
You're talking about the bridge?
Yeah, the bridge. I couldn't remember that word.
Okay.
No, you would just hear one gunshot, and that was him shooting the gun under his pillow because he thought he was looking at.
All right, so King Oleb storms out of your room and heads to the bridge.
I'll head to the bridge.
I follow.
Some of you might intercept the king and see him go into the bridge. Okay, so the crew...
The room was right next to it.
Yeah, so everybody's there. Cursed, even Fat Florian. They're all in the bridge. It's not extremely cramped because you don't have a huge crew. He says, "Oh, this is everyone."
Everyone currently, yes.
You'll notice that King Oleb is carrying a package. Now your captain tells me you're on your way to go intercept a merchant ship for Prince Richter.
We are?
And you're going to get that ship and its cargo and bring it back to me. And I would like to present you with gifts. You might find these useful. He opens the package, and there are 5 ornate pistol holsters, hand-tooled leather belts bearing his royal crest of Drinax, inlaid with silver. Surprisingly tasteful compared to some of Oleb's gifts, but he pulls them out one at a time and hands them to your senior officers, which would be the captain and Faustus, Tomlin, Kalen, and Kirsch. Because there's only 5. And he says, when he hands this holster to you, you notice that it's got a pistol in it. Yeah, there's a pistol in these holsters.
I'll say, Your Majesty, we appreciate your gift.
I have to see page 77. Give me a second. Where am I at? 49. Okay.
Speak for yourself. I might hate it. I want to wait and see what's inside the holster. Well,
it looks like it's a heavy pistol. Okay, so Do you pull it out and look?
Yeah,
Does anybody? Okay.
absolutely.
It's a very unusual looking laser pistol.
Oh.
It looks like I'm going to do a screenshot for you. Give me a second. I guess I can make a handout. Equipment. Okay, that would be a good spot. Give it a name. Okay, I'm creating a handout. There it is. Okay. Sindalian heavy laser pistol.
This is Faustus's new sidearm.
I think it's everybody's new sidearm. I gotta find the range grid though and make sure what 25 actually means.
Yeah. It does
Yeah,
four
it's 3.
four dice of damage though, and it has a magazine. It doesn't have like a power pack with a cord. Like normal laser pistols.
It's got a 4,000 credit magazine.
Right. But yeah. But he only gives you one magazine per pistol, just so you know.
How is it reloaded?
It's recharged. It's like a rechargeable battery.
Oh.
You can recharge it from your power plant. So on your starts from the room or whatever, you just plug it in. It'll recharge.
So basically, we have 5 pistols like they carry phasers in Star Trek. They just go back in the little cabinet, charge.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
It has 20 rounds in a magazine.
Right.
All right.
Oh. It's looks like it's got the same overcharge as my little shield thing has.
Yeah. But for an extra 1 die of damage, you risk damaging your power pack.
Completely ruining the power pack.
Right.
But
It did not give you a stock or foregrip or any of that. But you could purchase that and add it to it. Okay.
So you're saying I can convert it into a carbine?
Right. You would, yeah, if you wanted. Wouldn't fit in your holster, but the holster is more the gift is more the holster than the pistol.
which is surprising.
That's what he thinks.
Right. That is what he thinks. Because he doesn't know who you are. Okay.
Pirates.
Let me get back to page 49.
And where is the
Pretty nice laser pistol.
personal combat? Yeah, weapon stats. So it has the same stats as the SMG, so its ranges are going to be
They are either originals or excellent reproductions.
4, 16, 33, and 66.
They are highly ornate and would be valuable for their iridium inlay and quality of workmanship, even if they were not antiques. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. It says in the holster, there's 2 additional power packs
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
and a stock and a foregrip.
Wait, so we can already turn it into a rifle?
It's all in part of the holster. So yeah, you could pull the stock out and attach it and pull the foregrip out and attach it, and then it would be a carbine, increasing the range to 75.
All right.
And it has basically a total of 3 magazines.
So you already said stock and what else?
Foregrip.
Which carbine would it be though? Because the Tech Level 9 and the Tech Level 11 have different ranges.
No. It would be the Sindolin heavy laser pistol with a range of 75.
Okay. I'm tracking.
Yeah, I already converted it over. The stock and foregrip's already going on. I will hang the holster in a nice, pretty area. Take the magazines out, put them in.
Okay, so take him up on his offer. Head out as soon as possible. Go intercept this principled profiteer. Take her cargo. Carry out whatever other raids or operations you think will benefit me along the way. You know that and if you have an opportunity, you should find out more about this biochemical weapon.
This what?
The biochemical weapon.
The
We didn't
what
get
we
about-
had the university researching?
Oh, they didn't contact you? Okay.
No,
Well,
I've been staying here like you said.
they contacted me and told me that you had brought back a couple of empty canisters, but in those canisters there's a gas that affects the Oslon,
Oh, nice.
and they don't know exactly what it would do to them, because
It only affects Oslo?
it's aimed towards the Oslon. It might be contagious to other people, but they don't think it will be.
Yes, we recovered the canisters from just outside the vault on POW.
Those would be nice to be used on Oslo.
There were large numbers of completely feral Oslon there.
And
It completely robbed them of their senses.
This weapon has the potential to upset the balance of power. If it was ever used on a major Oslon world, it would create an advantage for someone who is not me, or trigger a backlash that could interfere with me. Neither is acceptable. So find out who's using this weapon.
I see.
And I would like control of this weapon. primarily to take it out of picture,
Well,
because biological weapons are they go a little bit beyond what my honor will allow.
I'm pretty sure I know who's using that.
And he points downward as he speaks.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's pointing to the surface of the world.
Yeah.
shit.
So, your mission, if you choose to accept it, and I will not explode in 3 minutes. No. Build cooperation with Richter and find out more about him. Intercept the profiteer, the principal profiteer at Thebes, steal her cargo and for profit, pleasing Richter by denying the Ihate their expected cargo, find out more about this biological weapon and possibly secure it, and bring me riches.
Of course, my king. Until we see Sindal reborn at your hand.
Well, let me get off your ship so you can do what you need to do.
One last thing, my king. We are hoping to do some pirate hunting someday around Spurl, but we're afraid of being shot down the minute we enter the system. Do you have any diplomatic negotiations in the work with them?
They hate me.
Yes, and we'd like to fix that by hunting their pirates for them.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll send an ambassador again. This time maybe in battle dress, so he doesn't get killed as soon as he steps off the ship.
Is there a reason why they hate you?
We bombed him into oblivion.
Yes, there's a lot of that in the area.
They had a rebellion, and my predecessor blew them up, and now they hate my family. And yeah,
We were also considering trying to find a way to perhaps improve relations with Hilfer as well, but with similar difficulties. We think maybe getting the biggest of your naysayers would be the most beneficial for your campaign.
okay.
But so if you do make any progress with negotiating with those systems, we would absolutely love to jump on that.
All right.
Maybe you could find out if they could forget about the past generations.
Oh, that actually does remind me. That is part of what we were hoping for with Hilfer, is if you can help them rebuild, that becomes such a great PR movement, public service. You're showing that you're better than your predecessor. You're building, not destroying.
Maybe if you bring this ship to me, we could use it to carry cargo to Hilfer, and maybe even give them the ship.
And that is why you're the king. What an idea.
That's a decent plan.
We'll
I
get
say
right
good
on
night,
it, Your
Dad, and
Highness.
turn on my heel and go back to bed.
All right, and King Oleb, if there's nothing else, he will leave the ship. You'll notice that he's on your ship with no security.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he trusts us, unlike a certain prince.
He probably wants to keep it quiet.
I make a point of, while the king is still, like, I know he's out of the room, probably climbing down the ladder. I get on the intercom again and I say, "Everyone, prepare to fly. We are leaving for Thebes."
I just laid back down, you. No!
You can sleep in hyperspace. Calm down.
So the first is Torpor.
Yeah.
I should read that schedule though, because the ship's probably not on Thebes. It's going to
Also,
Thebes.
Torpor has a gas tank.
Yeah. So
Bless you.
we need to know where they're coming from.
Was that Aaron?
Yes, it was. Who
Tell her
else
stop
would it
asking
be?
for attention.
Aaron, James says stop asking for attention.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I miss being your home.
Okay, so you guys could go through Torpal, which is relatively friendly, and you could go through Agma or Marduk, which you've been stranded on Marduk, and then you could go to Thebes. Agma is where the pirates came from that attacked Marduk with their 100 vessels or whatever it was. Remember, Marduk got attacked by pirates and shot your shuttle down and crashed. Those pirates all came from Agma.
So Agma might be pirate infested.
Right. They are... they don't necessarily pirate themselves. They pirate neighboring systems.
And they were Aslan pirates, I believe.
Well, they had some Aslan ships.
We might have
You didn't see any Aslans. You only saw humans.
Oh, did we actually see the people? Okay.
Not really, but it was such a long distance away.
Yeah, maybe we could go through Marduk.
You could go through Marduk, or you can just go straight to either one of the gas giants. If you don't stop, you just fly straight there.
Yeah, we need to just go to gas tank.
We could come back through Oglen with our brand new ship and lots more guns and mess some stuff up.
That's right.
Starfighter's not a good battleship. Right now.
We could make a stop at their gas giant and shoot down a ship on our way out.
Yeah, let's do that.
A little bit of revenge for that crash landing.
Did we see any
Yeah,
ships?
it was a miserable 24 hours.
It says the shortest route from Drinax to Thebes is a jump to ship is by way of Torpal and Marduk. Although you may take a different route, especially if you are seeking opportunities for plunder or trade. Other destinations might result in additional complications.
Oh.
Any route that is not Torpal will add an extra jump, like if you went through Borite or something. And if you go through Borite, you might have to make a stop over at Noricum or something like that. Okay, so Torpal is what is called mostly Waterworld. Good starport, but you could just refuel from the gas giant. And you have a Marduk has a basic starport, if you remember. They have like an orbital one and a ground one. And they also have, your friend works there on the ground port. So is that what you're doing, is just hitting the gas giants and going to Thebes?
Yeah, if we encounter any pirates at the gas tank, then we might be
Mason, what are we doing?
Yes, gas giants, but I'd like to scan for ships before we jump
Yeah,
out of
when
system.
we get to the gas tank, so scan for.
Yeah, like scan for anyone else refueling, maybe someone lying in wait around the gas giant for someone refueling. Pirate hunting and pirating. But yes, no planet landings. We're just doing a quick 3 jumps to Thebes.
Okay, so
Hope we
Prince
can refill our life support.
Richter gave you a schedule for your target vessel, which is due to make several visits to Thebes. The time frame is a little vague, since under-the-counter deals with an alien land grabber and criminal contacts do not always go to schedule.
That's fine. We'll
So you
just
don't know
lie-
exactly what day they'll be there.
Yeah, we'll just have to lie and wait.
Well, lying in wait might be an opportunity, but if you're waiting at the gas giant and he jumps to this,
No, we don't have
Planet.
to do that. It's a big system.
yeah, exactly, it's a big system, so you don't know where they're going to be coming in from. But you could ask around at the spaceport or something like that, or yeah, you can do whatever.
Maybe check the missive for their route.
Yeah, if they're filing an actual flight path, exactly. Or you might be able to find some people that might have talked to the crew on a previous visit or something like that.
Actually, they have a movement on there. Maybe they could give us information. They have operations on that.
You would think they'd have some kind of movement, spies or what have you, on the planet,
Yeah.
because they would have. That's probably how the prince got the information. Okay, so, is that what you're doing? Torpal, Marduk, Thebes.
Yeah.
When you come into Thebes, are you going to the world or the gas giant
Thebes
We should go to
destination?
the road and talk to the movement on it.
world. It's a water world. We can refuel super quick and easy.
And we get information from it.
Right.
They got a lot more people on the planet. They probably have a lot of information more than we have.
Okay. I don't have stats for Thebes.
On that paper you gave us, does it have the location of their base operations?
No. Locals might know that.
It'll be kind of dangerous to ask locals about it.
Okay, so let me go to my folder.
Unless we find someone on a movement van to start with.
Okay, clicked on the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Worlds. Thebes. Oh, look at that. I have to research that a little bit. Okay, so you jump to. There's no need to die roll. You jump to Torpal. You jump to Marduk. You jump to Thebes. You're at Thebes. It's 1, 2, 3 weeks later. So if you want to add 3 weeks to your training, you can.
No encounters, I guess.
And
You want me to roll the astrogation for you?
no, you don't need to do it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, given its location, Thebes It is not surprising that Thebes was one of the founding worlds of the Sindalian Empire and suffered terribly in its fall. The population was more or less wiped out, with small enclaves surviving in areas far from the main cities. Many of these later succumbed to disease and starvation, and the current official population figure includes only the inhabitants of Thebes city, which surrounds the small downport. Thebes city has about 8,000 people, many of whom work in the underground hydroponic facilities to produce food. This enables the rather more important high port to remain largely self-sufficient in terms of basic supplies. The rest of the planet is officially uninhabited, but in fact has a few small settlements here and there. Some are mining camps, others are temporary facilities, others are permanent and have survived since the days of the Empire. It has a very thin atmosphere, insufficient to support humans or Oslons, without a compressor, or a combo mask if you have one. Thebes is not totally inimical to life. It has water and breathable air, can be compressed with very basic equipment, making the world a little more attractive than a simple rock ball. Worlds like this are not prime targets for Oslon, who like to roam around outdoors and hunt the local wildlife, or at least show off the fact that they could do so. However, real estate is real estate, and at times, Ihate groups have landed on Thebes. Recent reports suggest that at least one Ihate band has managed to create a small industrial base and begin expanding. Okay, the High Port on Thebes is a large and modern facility which sees considerable local trade, as well as being an important link to the Imperial Florian League trade route. The rest of the system has 3 gas giants, 2 planetoid belts, and several rocky planets, most of which have little value. There might be scientific outposts or mining settlements in the asteroid belts. Ships using the High Port pay little attention to what goes on in the rest of the system. So long as trade ships are safe, food and water shuttles continue to ply between station and the surface. Little else matters.
So the High Port is in orbit, right?
It's an orbital station, right?
They have a ground.
They do have a ground port.
That's probably where we want to go.
Okay. As normal for busy ports, when you reach Thebes, you will spend some time in traffic holding orbit before being permitted to enter the High Port. But you're actually wanting to go to the ground port?
We want to go to ground port, right? So we can gain contact with the unit. Yeah, we're going to have to travel across land to find the unit after we get information where they are. Nobody's talking.
You are correct.
I have no clue where we're going. So that's why I haven't said anything.
No, the captain has the missive, and as far as I know, we don't know what's actually on it other than the ship is coming here.
Yeah. Um.
I'm just in the gun, ready to
I,
go.
I already asked the prince if he had operations there. He said yes.
I
Okay.
will suggest. I think we make for the high port. There's no reason for someone like that to land planet side. If there's any information on them, it's going to be the high port.
Correct.
I think we dock at the high port and start investigating.
Well, I don't think their operation is going to be on the high port. That's up to you.
I think the high port is exactly where you would stage operations for a Starship information network.
No, I'm talking about the movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the down port is very small. Nobody ever goes there.
They're probably at one of the settlements.
It's the down port is mainly for the shuttles that bring food and water. Everything is done in the high port. Like, if you want a computer, it's on the high port.
Yep. So I'm making an executive decision. I'm steering us at the high port.
It's not an executive decision. I said the high port.
Well, it doesn't matter what you said. I'm the pilot. It's where we're going.
Well, there you go. Okay, so
I look at Kirsch and say, "Not now. Put your gun away."
so after a couple of hours of waiting, you're actually given a permission to dock at the high port. Okay, so you're docked at the high
Take
port.
her in. Yeah.
I think we should go to some of the local entertainment areas and find someone that we get information from. Local bars, stuff like that.
So where are we currently?
With the high port in Thebes.
We're at the high port.
In
Not
Thebes?
Thebes. Thebes.
Mm-hmm.
You're at Thebes. That is correct. You're at your destination.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay.
What's the law level here? What can we carry?
Looks like 9. Hold on. Maybe that's a 6. I don't know.
So are you
Give.
guys gonna get some information on this, or is this a whole, like, we're all going with it?
Looks like 0.
Yeah. Okay. Can't seem to. Here we go.
Take your time. I'm still slowly munching my way through dinner. Big ass jalapenos.
Yeah, it looks like 0 with a 7 tech level.
So it has a no law level with a 7 tech level.
Correct.
So we can carry everything.
Oh, I am strapping.
You
That-
don't need
that-
that many guns with you.
That doesn't apply to this up port. The high port, that's the world.
High ports are usually no guns.
Yeah, you don't go wandering around with guns. You can. I mean, they don't. You can. But, yeah.
I look at Faustus and I raise a hand and I go, "Look, man, the last time you tried to do something that was against the law, you got arrested. Or do you want to take that risk again?"
Okay, sad Faustus noises.
You can take one. You can tuck in your pants under your shirt, but that's it.
But I want to take
Well,
a pretty
well,
new one.
you can contact the High Court and see if we could carry pistols.
We're already
Faustus, it's a diplomatic mission. You may take your small gun. Now,
Or the
take
you have
the ship.
a laser pistol.
When we go to take the ship, you may bring all of them, but right now you have to pick the small one.
Wait, is the laser pistol smaller than the auto pistol?
As
No.
long as it's a small one.
No, it's a heavy laser pistol, so it's kind of big and bulky, but it's
It's also in a super fancy, ornate holster.
yeah, it's a status symbol kind of thing. You'd be wearing it, and people would be like, "Ooh, look at that."
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
we're important.
this is what we're gonna
Get a
do.
saber.
I've noticed that I am not prepared.
Oh.
So what we'll do is we're going to end tonight's session right here. This is a great place to stop. This will let me put Thebes together and all the data that you are going to try to find and all the people you're going to try to contact and maybe even get a ship together so that if you ever have to do any boarding actions or something like that. So I don't have any of that ready. I apologize.
Damn it, Faustus.
What did I do?
And there's
by plastic explosives.
a whole side adventure that I wonder if I could work into this into the session.
I believe in you.
Yeah, it's like a safari mission.
We know
I've been
you can
having
do
a
it.
stellar time so far. I believe in you.
All right, so let me think here. You're in the middle of it. So yeah, so no experience point. All right. As soon as you finish, maybe you'll get an experience point. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me and gaming and nobody got to shoot anybody yet, but it's coming.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's the shooting is coming. So
I think-
I do.
Haven't we only been in like 2 actual fights
Yeah, we have.
this entire time?
that's right.
It's the dogs and then the feral Aslan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
Actually,
sounds like
technically,
it could be a-
three.
Well, the treasure ship.
What fight on the treasure ship were we involved in?
Someone
I
shot
was the only
somebody
one that
killed.
shot.
Yeah,
I-
Faustus
I-
killed somebody from behind. That's not a fight, though.
Okay.
He shot him in the back.
But I do have a question. How hard would it be to drop a high port onto a planet surface?
It can
No.
be. It can be done, but I don't know if there are thrusters. There probably are. There's probably thrusters on the high port to break it from orbit.
Or it's in
Oh,
synchronous orbit.
Lord.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
just
you don't have to nuke the planet if you drop a freaking giant spaceport on it.
yeah, but that would be a little hard to get all of that organized.
That's a bad Faustus.
I was just
Actually,
thinking outside
probably-
the box.
It actually probably wouldn't be too hard if all 4 of us split up and hit different engine rooms.
Right, and it probably wouldn't land where you were hoping. It's going to be like totally
Oh, yeah,
random.
probably not.
I think something that size hitting the planet is just dinosaur asteroid.
No, it would people would survive
Oh yeah, but it would be a massive chunk less.
because if you disabled the power plant and there was no power on the ship, then the grab generators couldn't compensate for the impact, so that would kill everybody.
Well, I think he meant everybody on the planet. Like, he could kill everybody on the planet.
No, the spaceport would actually survive. It would.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, it would crash, but there would be like this giant space station on the planet, all broken up into little pieces. But if the power plant was functional, it could reduce a lot of the damage with the grav generators that are inside the ship.
Well, damn.
I mean, there would be a lot of injuries and there would be some death, but not everybody would be dead. But if you disable the power plant, well, hell, you could just overload the power plant and blow the thing up.
Yeah, but I think you wanted to like crash into the planet to kill the stuff on the planet.
No. There's not a whole lot on the planet.
I mean, there's just the Oslong that's there, the colony thing that's.
You're not sure where that is, and if you found it, it would be hard to hit it, disabling a spaceport.
He's trying to scratch an itch on his leg with a
To nuke
sledgehammer.
something.
Or with a
Basically,
chainsaw.
this is actually just a good hypothesis if this could even be possible.
It's a good plan to have in the pocket, like the gas thing, but probably not the one we're trying.
Oh,
This
we could
time.
drop gas on the colony.
I don't have enough gas.
We could hit Taco Bell.
Why worry about,
You could
just use the
not
fusion
do
one
any of that.
in Texas base.
We could just take out this merchant, and then they don't have food anymore.
Look, I'm really not okay with that. Like piracy's one thing, but starving out an entire group of people is kind of mean.
They could just go home.
Okay. I'm thinking of this. If they're starting a colony and stuff, they would already have food being. They would try to be producing goods of food and basic needs. So yeah, the trader would just be bringing in extra. So we're not technically starving them out.
We're intercepting a weapon shipment.
You're trying to rationalize this so the pilot will be on board. 10 out of 10 stars. I will help you.
I wasn't trying to rationalize it. I was just trying to think logically. If they're just starting a colony, then you would start farms and try to produce food, so you wouldn't have to rely on people bringing stuff in as much.
I was like,
Oh,
is that Howard the Duck? Okay, I don't know.
That thing you could grow food on that planet.
That is true. You got me there. If it is even possible, I don't know about this planet.
Do the Oslan have farms? Do they farm?
Yeah, they farm.
Okay.
I wouldn't think that they would be just straight carnivores. Like it would be pretty hard to get into a spacefaring race just being straight carnivores.
Well, they're extremely warlike. I would assume they probably enslaved people to farm for them.
And then with the boundary little atmosphere, they would need some type of dome protection.
They have like a hierarchy, so the Oslan have like a caste system. They would have like the warrior caste, and then they might have the weaker warrior caste. Because they're all warriors.
Right, and then the stronger warrior
They're
caste.
like a combination of like the Klingons and
Yeah, like the Klingons, I'm sure they have farms as well.
yeah, because Klingons had a very wide variety of.
Well, the Romans.
Yeah, but you don't really find that out until like Next Generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These Oslons are all warriors. They're like Marines, right? They're all riflemen, but they also have jobs. But they don't really have jobs because little information about Oslon. The women do everything.
Oh.
The men fight.
So
So
the men help at home when they're not fighting.
they don't help.
Oh, they literally just do nothing.
They
just fight.
they sit on the couch and drink their beer until there's a fight.
Yeah, they're the military. And the females do all
Yeah, they're the epitome of toxic male masculinity. No, they
All right.
yeah, they are They rule the house with an iron
That's
fist.
like the Japanese, old.
Exactly. But the women have all the skill. The men have no skill. The men are stupid. If you wanted to say they have like no concept of money. Men don't even count money. They don't even carry money.
So it's toxic masculinity followed by the woman behind the man.
Right. She
With a
supports
hierarchy to it.
she supports her husband, or I should say his harem supports him by doing all the labor, and he just goes out and
I was drinking a beer.
fights, drinks beer.
Man, the Auslan are crazy. They have harems, and Faustus can't even keep one girl on the ship for more than a month.
Right.
Oh, Faustus had a girl.
He had a girlfriend.
Think of like a
Lifted my head and turned toward the monitor.
I'm thinking like a pride of lions, right? You got the male, and then you got all these female lions that tend to him.
Yeah.
They do all the hunting and stuff, right?
Cleaning and the raising kids, and yeah. But he
Exactly.
protects
The circle of life plays in the background.
Yeah, and holds up.
Jason can sing that.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. I have a couple of weeks to like get everything ready, so I need to get on that.
All right. Thanks, Derek. You guys have a good night.
You too. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, you guys.
And everybody else out there in YouTube land, thank you for coming out and checking all this out. And I honestly didn't think we were going to get this far. I probably should have prepared the Thebes situation, but oh well. Yeah, they're going to be going number 1 next, so I should probably prepare that as well. Something that's going to take them to number 1. I don't remember what it is. But I will see you guys in 2 weeks, because we've started a series where we're doing this every 2 weeks. And since I didn't go to sleep last night. I've been up since the day before. My mind isn't going like super fast, so I was happy to actually just cut this off. All right, guys. I'll catch you in 2 weeks.